Okay, so I'm very apprehensive about even recording this video, right? Because I don't want to be a disrespectful person. And I don't want to bring like a negative vibe to my channel, right? But it's also important to me that my channel is open, honest, and relatable. So I feel like I need to tell the truth. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. But I said that about my entire channel. So here we go. So my previous position, I put in my resignation. And, I worked until the date that was agreed upon. They actually canceled my health insurance on my last day of work. Now, this was at the beginning of the month. So typically, if you've been paying into your insurance, your insurance coverage will last at least until the next pay period. Typically, it's to the end of the month. But my health insurance was canceled on my last day of work. So, my last day of work was a Thursday. I go to the ER on Friday because I can barely walk. And I waited until Friday because, I was feeling horrible. I was feeling horrible for a while. But I figured my health insurance is probably going to be good to the end of the month. So I'll just, wait until I have time. Oh my God. So I go in to the ER and I have a bunch of tests completed. And come to find out, I'm severely dehydrated. I am low on iron and magnesium and potassium, and I'm feeling pretty awful. And I don't want to put my whole medical history out here, you know what I mean? I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I take responsibility for my stuff. But the truth of the matter is that I really needed medical care. And I waited until I had time, until it was convenient for me to do so, because God forbid I call in a day of work, right? So I'm a bariatric surgery patient, meaning I had weight loss surgery back in 2019. So I am susceptible to malnutrition, or malabsorption, right? Because I don't absorb all the nutrients that I should from my food. Um, I also started, so I got the surgery a while ago, and I had some weight gain. So I started a GLP-1 at the beginning of the year. So that, in combination with my surgery, I just wasn't getting enough nutrients. I wasn't eating enough food, and I wasn't drinking enough water. I would feel faint after taking a few steps, which is really bad. So yeah, I was doing badly, and I could have taken better care of myself if I would have prioritized me and not obligations to my job, right? My lesson learned from this is that I am responsible for taking care of me, right? And employers are not invested in me. Employers don't care about my well-being. They care about the work that I do and the money that I make them, but they don't care about me. So yeah, I went to the hospital. I was not admitted into the hospital. They kind of had me in, I want to call it triage, but that makes it sound like I was dying. They had me in a side room. It wasn't even a room, honestly. It was a hallway. It was a hallway next to the ER, basically. And so I got fluids. I went for a CT scan to make sure I didn't have kidney damage. So yeah, I had a bunch of tests done. And then I got a bill for the cost of my ER visit. It's over $11,000. I could be upset, but like, part of me thinks it's hilarious. Like, if you think I'm gonna pay that, you must be out of your mind. Absolutely not. So I guess that's the cost of prioritizing your work obligations and not your actual health. And I felt like this is an important story to tell you guys, to keep things in perspective and just remember that you are the person responsible for you. And that's that. Thanks.